The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, providing sports medicine expertise to high school athletes and teams.
We're blasting off on Preps Plus at South Milwaukee High School, home of the Rockets. Hi, I'm Lance Allen from today's TMJ4.
And I'm Mark Stewart, prep editor of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Tonight we've got some big-time football highlights on the way, plus we're checking in with some of the area's top girls volleyball teams. We're going to start the show right here at South Milwaukee with a quarterback who's been racking up big numbers while the team's been racking up the wins.
Brad Preeter introduces our Boston Store featured student athlete.
When South Milwaukee's football team was enduring a 4-game losing streak to open the season, most likely nobody was expecting this to be a record-setting year. But the Rockets made adjustments that helped them win their next 3 games and become playoff eligible.
As we were passing the ball a little more, it just wasn't getting the job done, so then we started running the ball more, and it's been working pretty good.
You might not expect a quarterback to prefer rushing over passing. However, the transition to a more run-heavy attack seems to have worked. QB Jake Simuncak has done the bulk of the rushing with smashing success. In the team's first 3 wins, Jake rushed for a total of 1,035 yards and 12 touchdowns. His 418 rushing yards against Cudahy marked the 13th highest single game in state history and the most rushing yards ever by a quarterback in one game.
It's really special, and it comes from a special kid and a special group of kids around him that have bought into his system and that will do whatever it takes to get a win.
He just has the best eyes. He can just see the hole, and he knows where to run and where to maneuver his players. And
at about 5'8" and 155 pounds, Jake isn't a huge guy. He does have speed, and all his work in the weight room makes him tougher to bring down. He's had some video game type highlights like this, which have turned into huge plays.
The kid's been working his tail off for the last 4 years just to get to where he is. Everything that he's done in the weight room has definitely showed and translated onto the field.
The football field is certainly not the only place where Jake excels. In fact, if you count his powerlifting competition, you could call Jake a 5-sport high school athlete.
Simuncak competes in track and field for the Rockets in the spring. In the summer, he's an all-conference baseball player. In the winter, it's basketball and powerlifting.
That's in the winter with basketball, so I'll go in before school and then basketball after school.
Head football coach Mike Burtock is also the school's powerlifting coach.
He was a national qualifier and a state qualifier the last couple of years, so he's done some really good things as a powerlifter.
Jake and his brother, who now plays at Concordia, have a good pedigree. Their dad was a standout football player at neighboring Cudahy High School. Their grandpa played there too, and he encouraged Jake to play the position he does now.
Actually, he was the one who told me to play quarterback ever since middle school, and I just never thought of it.
Teammates respect Jake's leadership abilities as the team's quarterback, and Jake recognizes that the big numbers he's put up wouldn't happen without them.
If they weren't on the field doing their job blocking, I wouldn't be here where I am today right now with these past couple games. And even the receivers, not just the linemen, doing a good job keeping those safeties, corners, linebackers out of the way, opening up holes for me.
He's done everything that you could have hoped that a kid could do. He's a vocal leader. He's a leader by example. He really embodies what you would expect a captain and a senior leader to be.
South Milwaukee was already playoff eligible when we taped this story. This week, the Rockets face Greendale in a tough Woodland Conference crossover on Friday night.
Now here's senior captain Adam Zibkowski and the Rockets offensive line presenting Jake his student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah!
It's Boston Store's Columbus Day sale, now through Tuesday, October 11th. Save up to 60% store-wide. Plus, don't miss over 100 bonus buys, like 60% off ladies' sportswear, entire stock of kids' mix-and-match playwear 60% off, 50% off men's casual and dress pants, and buy one, get 2 free entire stock of pillows. The Columbus Day sale, now through Tuesday, October 11th. Shop in-store or online. Boston Store, your style.
No matter what your schedule, personality, or lifestyle. Our primary care providers do everything possible to make every day a little healthier. It all begins by listening and getting to know you. It's about convenience with flexible hours and locations near you. And it's about connections linking you to the power of academic medicine right in your community. For a primary care provider who gets you, get to us.
Welcome back on Preps Plus. We'd like to thank the fine folks here at South Milwaukee High School for their fine hospitality this week.
That's right, Lance. And this week in high school football, there were several local leagues that had key conference matchups with conference titles on the line. We got a couple of them for you in the Preps Plus highlights.
A big matchup in the Wisconsin Lutheran Conference between the league's two top teams, the Oconomowoc Raccoons taking on Wisconsin Lutheran. But if Oconomowoc wins, they win the conference title outright. Oconomowoc came out the gates fast. Senior running back Jacob Rams would make a couple nice cuts, bounce it to the outside to pick up some nice yards. That play would set up this play-action pass by Benjamin Newhouse, connects with a wide-open Zachary Clayton for the score, 7-zip Oconomowoc. And check out these guys enjoying the game in the front row, but hey, put on a shirt, man. Oconomowoc went in the first quarter up 14-zip, but someone lit a fire under the Vikings. This scoring drive would be the first score of a 35-0 run. Whisker would go on. Vikings quarterback Zach Boomquist finished the job with his 2-yard run. With the Vikings offense scoring points, the defense was wrecking havoc. Christopher Garrett cashes in on the sack. We move to the third quarter and Oconomowoc offense trying to get something going. Jacob Rams gets the great blocking on the screen that allows him to get the first down. But on the very next play, Adler Peterson penetrates the offensive line and records the sack. Wisco running back Brian Corbins was a beast on the night. He takes the handoff and he goes 82 yards and not a single soul lays a hand on him. Corbin scores 5 touchdowns on the night. Wisconsin Lutheran wins 48-28 in the last conference matchup between these two schools.
This is probably one of the biggest wins of this season so far because we wanted this one so bad because this is the last time we're ever going to play Oconomowoc, so we wanted this one. We knew it was a big game and we had to prepare like it was nothing else. The coaches told us from first day of practice that we had to come out and execute on all levels, and I think we came out and executed on all levels.
So we knew it'd be a hard-fought battle. So I told everybody we gotta keep our heads straight, we gotta come out harder than they are because we know it's gonna be a crazy atmosphere and it's gonna be a crazy game, it's gonna be a war zone. So we came out, everybody performed to the best of their ability, and we came out with the victory.
Two longtime rivals went head-to-head Friday night in Kenosha as St. Joseph Catholic Academy played host to Racine St. Catherine's with the Metro Conference Championship on the line. The winner secures at least a share of the title. St. Cat's makes a big play early on. Titanaro Bumpus fields the punt, then bounces off a teammate and shakes off a couple of would-be tacklers. Now he's got open field in front of him with blocking help, but he doesn't even need it as Bumpus makes one more move and takes it all the way, 7-0 Angels. The visitors strike again with another big play in the first quarter. It's sophomore quarterback Deshaun Brown finding running room and then outrunning everyone. Down the sideline, 72 yards, 14-0 St. Cat's. St. Joseph gets its offense moving in the second quarter. The Lancers go on a steady drive, capped off by this Jerry Madden touchdown run. Lots of hard hitting in this game. Watch St. Joe's number 3, Adam Antono, driving the ball carrier into the ground. Gotta give a tip of the hat for that play. But the Angels would surrender another big play in the third quarter. Deshaun Brown goes to the left again, picks up a block, and see you later. Brown rushed for 151 yards on the night. Angels lead 21-7. Now for the hit of the night from St. Cat's. Coming from the left side of your screen will be number 12, Ethan Letch, making Wyatt Draper pay big time for picking up the first down. 24-7 in the fourth quarter now. Hey, let's play Madden 2016. It's Jerry Madden on the carry, following his blocking, then racing in for his second touchdown. Now it looks like the outcome of this game is still up in the air, especially when St. Catherine's goes to the air on its next possession. Freddie Steinmetz is in perfect position, and he pulls down the interception. But the Lancers' comeback hopes would be thwarted when on 4th down, Titanaro Bumpus goes up and makes the sweet INT. The Angels clinch at least a share of the Metro Classic Conference Championship with a 24-13 victory. There's a shower on the way for Coach Dan Miller, whose team is now 6-2 overall and 5-1 in the conference.
And I mean, this is a true rivalry. We've been playing for over 50 years, and last year was the first time we ever played in a playoff game. So you know, things are ramping up these last several years.
It's very intense. The whole team is always fired up about. We love playing them. It's always a good game, good competition. We stay together and stay strong.
1, 2, 3.
Homestead High School has continued its rich tradition on the gridiron this fall. Friday night, the Highlanders had a chance to secure the North Shore Conference Championship all for themselves.
And Mark, Homestead's game against Whitefish Bay is our Preps Plus Game of the Week.
The North Shore Conference Championship and Homestead have been synonymous for many years, but Whitefish Bay could have a big say in that tonight. If the Blue Dukes pull off the victory here on the Highlanders' homecoming night, they will tie for the conference lead with 1 game to play. This intense rivalry saw the defenses in control early as yards were hard to come by. Here, Homestead's Julius Wilkerson lays the wood to Bay running back Bo Bassendale. We are scoreless through a quarter and a half, but the Highlander offense finally breaks through late in the second quarter. Bradley Wolt pops up the gut, and he rumbles 35 yards for the score, 6-0 home team. Homestead goes for 2, and why not go back to Walt as he plows in 8-0 Highlanders. But the Blue Dukes answer. Cade Garcia puts it up. Michael Kirkendall takes a huge hit, but he holds on. Whitefish Bay down just 8-6 at halftime. They ride that momentum in the third with a nice drive, but on 2nd and goal, Kirkendall coughs it up, and Jake Raditz pounces on it for Homestead. And the Highlander offense takes full advantage. Eric Zeller spots a wide-open Drew Crabb, and the senior takes it inside the 10. 2 plays later, it's Wolt cutting inside and diving for the score, 15-6 Homestead. On to the 4th, Zeller showed off his arm. Now it's time to use his feet as he maneuvers through the Blue Duke D for a 37-yard score, now 22-6 Highlanders. But Bay was not quite done. Garcia with the quick out to Alex Anthony, and he takes it in. Duke's back within 10. But who else but Zeller to put this one on ice? Here he scampers right up the middle, 41 of his 168 rushing yards on the night. It's a happy homecoming as the Highlanders prevail 29-12. Homestead continues an amazing streak with their 14th straight North Shore title, but their first outright crown since 2013.
Yeah, it's really special. You work so hard all year round, and it's just an awesome feeling, putting all the work with the guys. And it's before the playoff, this is our main goal, and it's awesome to win it.
They were shifting a little bit on us in the first half, caught us in some things that we didn't like. So our offensive coordinator said, you know what, let's just snap it a little bit quicker. Let's just not try to mix and move things around. We'll just go right at them. And it was a great call by our offensive coordinator. In fact, the quarterback and him both thought the same thing. They put it together and good things happened.
Of course, this week there are more conference titles on the line, and we'll be out there covering them for you. And to check out all the local scores and schedules, be sure to check out the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com.
And Mark knows if you want to know which matchups we'll be covering each week, follow us on your favorite social media sites. Preps Plus will be right back.
It's never been easier or faster to shop Boston Store. Introducing Buy Online, Pickup in Store. Shop for what you want when you want it. Simply shop bostonstore.com, select Pickup in Store, and place your order online. We'll contact you when your order is ready for pickup at your nearest store in as little as a few hours. Plus, with our dedicated pickup service desk, it's never been easier or faster to order today and wear it tonight. Boston Store, your style.
Think of joint pain like a warning light in your car. It means something in your body isn't working right or could be damaged. And the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network is where you go to keep everything in working order. Our orthopedic and spine specialists will show you all your options, from non-surgical remedies like physical therapy to minimally invasive treatments and advanced surgical techniques to get you going again. Isn't it good to know what is possible?
He earned all-state honors in high school, and Mark, he earned all-American honors while in college at Indiana.
Packers offensive lineman Jason Spriggs is our guest in this week's edition of From Preps to Pros.
Me personally, I don't think there's any reason to focus on one sport. If you really want to go play basketball and you've been playing football, go play. If you're having fun, just go do what makes you happy and have fun doing it and give it your all.
High school was a very busy time for Jason Spriggs. He excelled at football, but had a hunger for a number of different sports, namely basketball, track and field, and even lacrosse.
Each one of those sports, there was a reason I was playing, and usually it was just getting in there with my friends and playing ball. So I think in all aspects of it, I'd probably take out the athleticism and some of that, but really it was just getting the fun out of each sport.
The Packers liked what they saw of Jason at Indiana and did something Ted Thompson rarely does. They traded up in the draft to get Spriggs to Green Bay.
The talent level is a lot better. There's everybody here is at that talent level that the one or two guys in college that you played against were. From high school to college to here now, I think it's more so just getting in with the group of guys that was there, learning from them, taking in as much as you can, and just really going 100% at everything you do at every moment. And by doing that, it'll take you where you need to go.
Now that Jason has completed his climb from Concord High to Indiana University to Green Bay, he looks back and shares some sage advice for up-and-coming athletes.
You listen to your coaching, give it 100%, and really buy into what your coaches are telling you, and going hard every play, going hard off the field, and you're studying, getting good grades in school, just really giving it your all in everything you do and putting your heart into it. And by doing that, like I said earlier, it'll really take you where you need to go.
The girls volleyball team at Brookfield East might be young, but the Spartans have accomplished a lot this season, and they're hoping to do a lot more.
Craig Harden meets our Preps Plus Team of the Week.
The top 10 ranked Brookfield East girls volleyball team accomplished a major goal recently when the team defeated Divine Saver Holy Angel, putting the team in a position to win their first ever conference title championship.
This team went in with a goal in mind, and their goal in mind was to be the first team in school history to win a conference title. We knew last week was going to be our last major hurdle in accomplishing that.
Last week we beat DSHA, which was a huge event for the program and for us because we were the first team in I think 9 years to beat DS. Also, DS hasn't lost a conference match in like 3 years, which is pretty crazy.
We were like the underdogs, like yeah, because we're like ranked high in the state now, so now we have like a lot of people like coming for us, but like I think we came in, usually like in past years I feel like we would be like, kind of like nervous or like intimidated. Like we just came, played our game, and did what we should have done.
It was so cool. That was the goal we had all season, just to beat DSHA, and we really made our dreams come true. That was the first time ever, so that was really cool for us. Big one.
Brookfield East can cross off another item on their team list but a couple more major goals still remain for now.
Set another landmark for the schools to be the first team to ever go to state and be one of those top 8 teams.
We'd love to make it to state this year. That's a huge goal, along with conference. Just to win a sectional match, that would be awesome, and to make it to state would just be even better.
This year's squad wants to leave their mark on the volleyball program, and the best way to do that is to...
I want to hang a banner. That would be awesome, being able to be the first team for girls volleyball to be able to do that. That would be awesome for us.
Once you win conference, you get to hang a banner outside with a thing that says Brookfield East girls volleyball, and then which year that you won conference in.
Well, that's always been what we say, hang a banner, hashtag hang a banner, but it's just so cool. It's a goal for us to win conference, never been done. Huge goal for us, so trying to make that happen.
After their win on Tuesday night against Wauwatosa East, the Spartans secured their first conference title and also picked up some nice recognition.
Congratulations on being Preps Plus Team of the Week!
Hey, I'm J.R. Radcliffe from Lake Country Publications and Now Newspapers. Jake Simuncak was our Player of the Week last week from right here at South Milwaukee at The Push, your source for all things Milwaukee area football. Who's going to get the nod this week? You can find out for yourself when you visit our site at mycommunitynow.com/push. We have just 1 week to go before the regular season ends and the real fun begins. You can check out my Preps Alcove column, which takes a look at some of the postseason projections, including who could be facing whom in the first couple rounds of the tournament. Again, that's at lakecountrynow.com. And a reminder that we're your source for all things prep postseason, including the girls golf state meet, which gets underway next week at University Ridge in Madison. Find our coverage at lakecountrynow.com and mycommunitynow.com. Preps Plus, we'll be right back.
It's Boston Store's Columbus Day sale, now through Tuesday, October 11th. Save up to 60% store-wide. Plus, don't miss over 100 bonus buys, like 60% off ladies' sportswear, entire stock of kids' mix and match playwear 60% off, 50% off men's casual and dress pants, and buy one get two free entire stock of pillows. The Columbus Day sale, now through Tuesday, October 11th. Shop in-store or online. Boston Store, your style.
No matter what your schedule, personality, or lifestyle, our primary care providers do everything possible to make every day a little healthier. It all begins by listening and getting to know you. It's about convenience with flexible hours and locations near you. And it's about connections linking you to the power of academic medicine right in your community. For a primary care provider who gets you, get to us.
Like any great athletic program, managing concussion is a team effort. The concussion management team consists of the athletic trainers, the physicians, and the therapists working alongside the athlete and their team, the coaches, and their parents to ensure a complete recovery. While more than 80% of concussions resolve within 2 weeks, sometimes it takes more than relative rest or limiting activity to get the athlete back to full sport. Sometimes additional interventions are needed when concussion symptoms linger longer than expected. Recommended treatment may include vestibular therapy that focuses on balance and dizziness, or graded exercise treatment in which an athlete slowly integrates into full activity. When sidelined with a concussion, it is essential that the entire concussion management team work together to get the athlete back in the game as quickly and safely as possible.
To learn more about the sports medicine program, visit freighter.com/sports.
The Classic 8 Conference Championship was on the line when the league's top 2 girls volleyball teams took to the court.
Scott Babler has all the action in the Preps Plus Spotlight. Speaking of action, Stu, I'm training for the Tour de France. What do you think?
That's what I like about you, Lance. You maximize your time.
Don't waste time, man.
The calendar may have just flipped into October, but we already have a conference championship on the line here tonight in Waukesha. Catholic Memorial taking on Mukwonago. Both teams are 5-0, and the winner will stand atop the Classic 8. The Indians are an impressive 20-5 on the season, but they had a tall order against Catholic Memorial. The Crusaders are the two-time defending D2 state champs and currently hold the #1 ranking in the state poll. But Mukwonago was tough all night long. Opening set, Aaron Dietzler with the block. Indians lead 15-11. The Crusaders fight their way back. Ivy Whalen makes it look easy with the dunk shot. We are all even at 16. Then it's senior Maddie Rondo hitting 2 defenders with this drive. CM now up by 4. Finally on set point, it's Lexi Alden with a rocket that is too hot to handle. The Crusaders rally to take set 1, 25-20. And they ride that momentum in the second set. Here Rondo with a bullet that Mackenzie Verts cannot corral. 13-5 Catholic Memorial. Then it's Alden again as she drives this one into the ground. Crusaders in cruise control, up 17-9. But Mukwonago was far from done in this set as they mount a furious comeback. First, it's Brianna Klaupel with the rejection. Later, it's Dietzler with a smash that falls in. The Indians have pulled within a single point at 24-23. But Rondo saves the day with this blast as CM survives 25-23. The Crusaders took the early lead in set 3 and never looked back. Here, Caitlin Zingsheim gets one past the Indian defense. Memorial up by 5. Later on match point, it's Jenna Weinfurt with the final winner as the Crusaders take the set 25-18. They claim another Classic 8 title, but bigger goals await, namely a three-peat in Green Bay at the state tournament.
I love the seniors so much. We're a really good team. We've been playing together for some of us 3 years, some of us 4 years, and I love how we can come together as a team and pull off wins like this. It's great.
We want to go back to that state, so if we can get a three-peat in there, we're going to work our hardest to do it. And all of the passion that we have, because it's my last year playing volleyball and a couple other girls, so we want to end with a bang, you know?
Thanks for joining us tonight, and make sure you join us next week.
And we'll have highlights from the final night of the regular season in high school football and oh so much more. Until then, I'm Lance Allen.
I'm Mark Stewart. See you next week on Preps Plus.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, providing sports medicine expertise to high school athletes and teams.